not bother me. Okay? I'd rather answer than you guys eating non-kosher. Okay? So we have over here something that I'm not going to find in a lot of places. I've got cinnamon drink, right? What is cinnamon drink? So I look at the ingredients: pure soya and cinnamon. Cinnamon is kosher, right? It's a plant, it's ground up, there's nothing that's being added in. And pure soya. Now the question is, where is it made? So this is made in Uganda, and I need to think, can I trust that the only thing that's in here is actually soy and cinnamon? If yes, then I can buy it. If not, then I can't. Okay? Because soya and cinnamon are both kosher. Coffee is always kosher. Okay?
Yes.
Coffee is always kosher, so you're fine. Okay? So all of these seed powder and all that, that's fine. Now, vinegar. Vinegar, when we'll get to the, you know what? No, this is fine also. Okay, so we'll have vinegar. Pure vinegar is kosher. Okay, white vinegar is kosher. Vinegars that are made with different flavorings or different types of vinegar can be very problematic. Now, one of the principles that can make vinegar problematic is that vinegar sometimes is made from wine. From wine, okay? Fermented wine. So it's sometimes made from fermented wine. And the problem with it is, just like how we don't drink wine that is not kosher, you can't have wine products that are not kosher. So white vinegar, as plain white vinegar, is kosher. However, for example, 2 stores down from here, they sell white vinegar that is with this company, okay, American Garden, and that itself is kosher. Okay, so the stamp that I'm looking for is, you see this little OU? Okay, so you can take a picture of it, you can pass it around, okay, but this one over here of OU is a kosher stamp from America, okay? It is a very strict one, which is very, very good for us as a consumer, right? So it's an OU over here, okay, that letter U inside an O, okay? That is called the Orthodox Union. The Orthodox Union in America is one of the top strictest certifiers that there are in the world. Okay, OU. And American Garden, okay, this one is American Green, there's American Gourmet. American Garden tends to have a lot of their products certified by the OU. And keep in mind, no one is bringing in kosher items to Uganda for the Jewish community, right? We are not. Can you guys hear back there? Yosef, you can hear? Okay. No one's bringing in kosher items for us. They're bringing it in because it's a good product. Therefore, what you want to look, okay, is some of these things you won't be able to find this in Puti area, in the village stores, because this is not a wide sold item. It's sold in places that are going to be importing from other countries. Okay? American Garden happens to be all over Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda. You can find them all over, which means there's a very big distributor. It could be that in a month from now, all of these items are gone, right? It's Africa. Things change here very, very quickly as far as the distributors. So it's important to know that you're looking for it. If you find something kosher that you're using, sometimes we say buy a few of them so that you don't run out because these things disappear. Okay, olive oil. All olive oil is kosher if it is extra virgin olive oil. Now, extra virgin olive oil, this one also has an OU on it, okay? This one has an OU on it. It says it on the thing itself, okay? But even if it did not say an OU on it, just the fact that it says extra virgin olive oil, I can buy any company that I want. It is always kosher. Make sure that it's extra virgin olive oil and that it's not, a lot of times it says on it, mixed with extra virgin olive oil or a mixture of, and then it says also extra virgin olive oil, because a lot of times what these stores sell, it's extra virgin olive oil is expensive. It's a very hard process to make. So what they do is they mix into it other oils, okay? And then it's a problem, okay? But every extra virgin olive oil in the world is kosher. Next that we're getting to, okay, these flavoring things are all not kosher, okay? Anything that's going to be beef flavored, chicken flavored, that you're never gonna find kosher over here, okay? Even if the ingredients do not specify that there's meat, if it is a flavoring that's going to be added in, is going to be problematic. Just another example, this is an American Garden mayonnaise, and it has an OU, okay? So mayonnaise also needs to be kosher, and this you can also find, American Garden you can find in a lot of places. You may be able to find it in bigger markets in Mbale, but I'm not sure about that. The closer you get to Kampala, right, if you get to like a Carrefour over there, then you can find a lot more kosher items, but the price also goes up, okay? But it's worthwhile knowing that. Okay, on this side we have rice. Rice is all kosher. There's never a problem with rice. You need to check it for bugs, okay? We'll talk about that when we get back. We'll talk about that. Nuts, ground nuts, that's all fine.
Piri piri.
No, okay, so here. Pili pili, sauces, all of these things are all going to be problematic, okay? You have, again, American Garden that has an OU. Over there, just come closer in.
Come along.
Can you guys hear me back there? So I want to make sure that everybody is close by, so everybody hears, because I don't want someone to hear something wrong by accident, okay? This is very important. All of these sauces, the tomato sauce, the ketchups, the chili, the pili pili, all of that. All of these can be problematic because there's a lot of things that are added in. American Garden, okay, has an OU on it for some of their sauces. So their ketchup, their mustard, their barbecue sauce, okay? They have different types of barbecue sauce. All of them have an OU on them. Make sure you see the OU before you buy it, because not all of them do. So make sure that you actually see the kosher stamp. Now, on this side,
The spices.
we have spices. Okay, now, the spices, okay, the spices, as you can see, most of these spices are one ingredient. The one ingredient is always going to be okay as long as the product itself is okay, right? So for example, ginger, I look at the ingredients. Dry ginger, 100% pure, natural, no additives, okay? What I'm looking for, can you hear me back there?
Yeah.
Okay? What I'm looking for in spices is that there's no additives. Sometimes it will say on it anti-caking agent. Okay, that's an important one. If it says anti-caking agent, you can't buy it. The anti-caking agents are something else that they add in, and it makes it so that it doesn't go bad, okay? But because of that, a lot of times that comes from a non-kosher place, okay? So no anti-caking agents. You're just looking that it says no additives, all natural, pure, okay? Ingredients, that one ingredient, okay? And no masalas, okay? All of these masalas, you need to check them, each ingredient. Now, some of them will be fine. A lot of them are problematic. So over here, cumin seed is fine, black pepper is fine, cinnamon is fine, cardamoms are fine, cloves are fine. This one's okay. Okay? Most of them, if you start going through the masalas, there are chicken masala, beef masala, fish masala, right? And then you don't know what else is going in. But if it's very clear on what the ingredients are that are going in, it's okay. Now, ketchup is expensive, so a lot of times we'd rather use tomato paste, okay? Tomato paste and stuff. Now, canned goods usually will give you the full information of what's on it, okay? Tomato paste, salt, nothing else. Tomato paste, salt, if it says water, that's fine, okay? But what they take is they take the tomatoes, they crush them, and they put in salt. In the beginning, really do send me pictures of all these things. Send me a picture of the item, okay? And send me a picture of the ingredients behind it, okay? Of the ingredients, so that I can see where it is, where it's made, all of that. That's fine. It's very, very easy. A lot of these things, it will say on them the letter E and then a number. That's always going to be problematic, okay? Because you need to know. Well, if it says, for example, I'm just gonna assume. Okay. I picked up a tomato paste. The ingredients: tomato, sugar, edible starch, salt, stabilizer, E415. What is E415? Okay. It doesn't tell me what the ingredient is. It tells me a chemical that they're putting in that is from a catalog. Spices and vinegar, E260. Preservative, sodium, and benzodiazide, E211. Okay? As soon as you have that, you don't know exactly what's going in. Some of these E's come from kosher sources, some of them come from non-kosher sources. Therefore, if you are debating if to send me a picture or not, okay, then look at it. If there's a list of E's, almost always is going to be problematic. Some of them are fine, okay, but I know which ones are and which are not, and I also have people to send to if I'm not sure, okay. If I don't answer you right away, it's probably because I'm sending it to the next person there's someone who wrote a book on what all these E's are and where they come from, okay? But it's very important what country it's from. So this tomato paste, for example, this one is okay. It has on it tomato paste, salt. Some of them will say tomatoes, salt, or tomatoes, citric acid and salt. That's fine. Citric acid is always okay, okay? But it takes a long time till you know these things. Baking powder. This is the baking powder that I use in Kenya, okay? But baking powder technically is okay everywhere, okay? But this one is pretty common to find, so I advise on this one. Okay, pasta, okay? We're over here at pastas.
Noodles, pasta.
Okay, these noodles, okay, these types of noodles are always going to be a problem because they come with flavorings. Okay, so these are problems. Egg noodles, and those are going to be a problem because they're coming with flavoring, meat flavor, chicken flavor, even if it's, vegetable flavor. You don't know what's going in, it's a problem. However, pasta, almost everywhere in the world is kosher. Okay, now pasta, what you're looking for, again, is the ingredients. Okay, ingredients: durum wheat, flour, semolina. Those are the only ingredients that go into this, okay? So you look at it, you pick up a bag of pasta, anywhere. As long as there aren't flavors going in, there's nothing that it says E something, okay? And it just says durum wheat, flour, semolina, okay? Which is the type of wheat that you use to make pasta. In other words, it's two different types of flour. They take it with water, they mix it up, they roll it out, and they make it into pasta. That's it. That's most of the pasta in the entire world. Therefore, pasta you can buy everywhere, okay? You just look at the ingredients. Honey is also kosher everywhere, as long as you're not getting honey that has flavorings going into it. As soon as you have flavorings going in, it becomes a problem. These type of fish, okay?
Silver fish.
There's so many different types of fish that get mixed in, and therefore not all of these fish are okay. If you know for a fact that what you're eating has fins and scales, it's okay. However, considering that a lot of times they're scooping out large amounts, you need to be cautious what you're eating, because not all the times you're getting the same type of fish. There are a lot of little fish that swim together, and you can be getting mixed up. So keep that in mind.
Okubeera kini bamanyi oyoleramu ebitali kosher.
Can you pass a thing of cornflakes? One of those. Yeah. It can fall. I'll try and get one of these. That's fine. This one.
It's too high. It may fall.
No, not that one.
Brother,
The
it can
Kellogg's.
fall.
This one.
Yeah.
It can fall, brother.
Let's see if this one is right.
For the balancing
Okay,
act.
good. So, Okay. Cereals. Okay, morning cereals. Kellogg's, this company, most of their cereals in East Africa come from England. They all have on them this sign that says on it MK. Okay? MK is Manchester Kosher. Okay? It is the Beit Din of Manchester. You see that? Okay? The Beit Din of Manchester. And that is the most common one that is kosher in Africa. Here, pass it back to people and show them it's this one. Okay? Manchester Kosher. Okay? Okay, so in like some of the bigger supermarkets, you'll find more of the variety of different types of cereal that is made by that company. Okay, Kellogg's is a good company to know because they are making them in England. The Temis, you can pass that one down also. I see now that this one also has a sign on it. Okay, this one has another sign on it, OUD. Okay, OU means it is kosher by the Union of America, okay? And D means that it is dairy, okay? So this one is dairy, okay? So this is also found in a lot of supermarkets is the company called Temis, okay? Okay, so this company Temis over here, can everybody see? This company Temis, a lot of their cereals have an OUD, which means that it is OU, okay, by the American Union, the Orthodox Union, okay, for dairy. Now, flour. We're standing by flours. So, all of these things that are 100% one item, okay, if it's mixtures, I try to avoid them. If it's mixtures, I try to avoid them.
You are short. You are short.
Okay, all of these, so flours, okay, all of these flours, whether it says in them that they're self-rising or not, they're all kosher. Self-rising only means that it has baking soda in it, which is kosher. Okay, so all the flours, you can buy whatever flour you want. Okay, the other powder types of things, as long as it is one ingredient. So over here it says soya porridge, ingredients, soya. There's nothing else in it, okay? So this is also okay. Oats, okay? Plain oats, those are also okay.
Okay.
None of these cookies are kosher.
Biscuits.
None of these biscuits, none of these cookies, none of this is kosher.
Biscuits very kosher.
I will continue in the next
There's
story.
a question.
Yeah.
How about bread?
We're gonna talk about that soon. We'll talk about it in the next store because there's not a lot of room to stand in this part. A lot of these drinks have grapes in them. They have grape juice in them as a sweetener. Therefore, a lot of drinks already are not kosher. Then you have other flavorings, emulsifiers, other things that are problematic. Juices become very, very problematic as far as kosher goes. The juices that you can find in East Africa and around the world. Coca-Cola, okay? Sprite, no, not Fanta, okay? Coca-Cola and Sprite. Fanta is not kosher in Africa. Huh?
It's a beer.
That's a beer. It's just
Oh, beers. We'll get to alcohol soon, okay? But I'm talking about soft drinks. Coca-Cola, Sprite. Besides
How about
that,
Pepsi Cola?
I don't know about Pepsi. Okay, I know about Coca-Cola and I know about Sprite. I can check about Pepsi. Del Monte has 8 juices that out of them I've seen one over here. Okay, maybe 2. I've seen in in Uganda, okay? Because it's in Kenya and they don't really export so much. So you should just be aware that most of the Del Monte juices are not kosher. However, I'll send you pictures of the ones that are kosher, and then you can look at them and you can know that there are kosher ones that you can get. Okay? So that's as far as soft drinks. Now alcohol. Okay? Alcohol, very, very simple. There's wine needs to be completely made by a Jew. Not all alcohol does. Here, let's go stay over here so we get out of their way.
Very nice.
Let's stay down here. Let's stay down here.
Yeah, you go and put about note.
I'm gonna explain it up here.
But doesn't mean that all these wines are non-kosher, because some of them have that kosher symbol. Sometimes
Very, very rare to find kosher wine over here, but in Kampala you can find in a few of the stores, as there's someone from Kenya who sends them over. Okay, so, okay, now alcohol. Alcohol, there's alcohols that are anything with grapes, okay, needs to have a kosher stamp in it because it needs to be completely supervised and made only by Jews from beginning to end. Other alcohol does not have the same restriction, so you have things like Johnny Walkers are all kosher, okay?
Johnny Kosher.
Johnny Kosher, exactly. All right, so Johnny Walker is kosher. Vodkas without flavorings, okay? The plain vodkas without any flavorings and things that are added in are kosher, okay? Beer. All beer is kosher, okay?
Yeah.
But not for Pesach.
But not for Pesach, okay? But not for Pesach. So like,
There's this saying that when a Naju touches a wine, that's prepared for Jews.
yes,
And
he
then
can make it not kosher.
by touching it,
By pouring from it, by drinking from it, yeah.
by touching it's okay.
If he's passing you the bottle, that doesn't make it not kosher.
Okay.
Huh?
So it's fine to.
Whiskeys, so I said you've got like Johnny Walker and I'm trying to see which other whiskeys over here. I don't know all of the whiskeys which are kosher, which are not, but I know that Johnny Walker is okay.
There's this one, Bond 7.
I don't know that one. Okay, I don't know that one.
Crazy.
But Rabbi, but there's a list of kosher. You can check out kosher alcohol. There is a kosher list. I don't know all of them.
But is whiskey kosher for Pesach?
No, some of them are. Sorry, some of them are, some are not. Most of them are not.
This one is okay.
Okay.
You get
Coconut flavor.
What is this?
coconut.
It's a gin, but with some flavors.
Coconut.
That's coconut flavored.
Some gins are okay and some are not. So this one just says flavors on it. I wouldn't touch something that says flavors. Do you understand? Anything that doesn't specify what's inside of it is always going to be problematic for kashrut reasons. Okay, so over here it says water, great. Okay, natural spirit, fine. Sugar, okay. Flavors, what flavors? Okay, so it's telling you that it's coconut flavored, but coconut flavored rarely will mean that the only flavor that they're putting in is coconut. A lot of times they have mixtures of things that they're putting in and the extracts and where they're coming from, and you never, ever, ever know. Okay? So not all of these things are kosher. You need to actually look into a lot of these things to be able to. Okay?
More premium.
so it's kosher.
Premium without any flavor.
Without any flavor.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, premium. This one, Yeah.
Flavors.
Yeah, well,
Okay? Natural flavor.
yes.
Flavors.
That's what we do.
What
flavors.
flavors? Right?
Natural flavors.
So it's not kosher.
Natural.
I would not drink these things. Okay? We're trying to understand. Okay? You can hear? Okay. It's important because when we're listing the things that are like top things that are not kosher in Judaism, right? If I asked you to name the things that are not kosher, you would say pig, you would say eating milk and meat together, and the third thing is wine. And it's in the same level as those two. Okay? It's understanding that that when it comes to alcohol, you want to make sure that you're not drinking something.
We are customers.
Okay. Right now we're going to take the lessons. So this one is made in Kenya. It's Brookside. This is the only milk that I know of for sure that I can say is okay. Okay? The other milks over here, I don't know the companies and I don't know if they're reliable. If, you know, if any of you have experience with these companies, are able to go and check them, right? Or even make the phone calls and make sure that it is 100% cow's milk. There isn't anything else that goes in. There's no additives. So these types of milks, I have no idea.
I know this company.
You know this company, how do you know them?
I worked there.
You worked in this company when?
Like a year, for a year.
For a year?
Yeah.
Okay. And where are they based?
They are here around, just in Colombia.
And this is, the whole factory is based in Makona
Yeah.
for all of Kenya?
No.
For all of Uganda?
Yeah.
For all of Uganda?
Yeah.
And you know that all of the milk that goes in is just cow's milk, there's no additives going in?
They don't put addictive. I don't know. But they just bring the cans and then process and then they put here.
Okay, so based off of that, you are allowed to also drink this rainbow milk. So that's the company?
Yeah.
Rainbow?
Yeah.
Okay. Rainbow. Okay, so rainbow milk you are allowed to consume as well.
And Uganda produces more than 4 million metric liters of excess milk.
Okay.
That's why they are looking for everywhere to export it.
Amazing.
Milk from cows.
Okay, so that's a really good thing to know, okay? So now, is this accessible by you? Huh?
Yeah.
Do you guys get... Huh?
And that one, Milkman is 7 is the one next.
Okay.
Milkman.
I don't know whether it is available.
One of the best milk in
Okay,
Uganda.
so based off of that, you're able to consume Brookside and Rainbow. Okay, those are already two milks. That's more than most places. Okay, so that's terrific. Huh? These are none is okay for children. Yeah, the babies.
Mushroom soup.
What do you have questions on?
Soups.
Mushroom soup.
Mulino yeka waliwo abera mu busakete gwenno.
American garden.
What was your question?
No, I was looking for the soup because there are these soups that are made out of mushroom soup, vegetable.
For now, I'm going to say the breads are problematic, okay? I want that we'll be able to like sit down and talk as opposed to walking around. So before we go, is there anything else in the store that you are used to buying that you want to know if it's kosher or not? If yes, okay, the cakes are not, okay? Anything that's going to be baked is going to be a problem, okay? The icings, the food colorings, the ingredients are going in, the yeast, all of that, all of those things are going to be problematic, okay? So all of this, no, okay? Now, if there's something else that you want, you can go around the store. I'll stand here for a few minutes, go around the store, look. If there's something that you want to know, is this kosher? Bring it back and we'll discuss it, okay? That way we can see, but bring me things that you guys are used to buying, okay? Go around the store for a minute or two, look at things, bring them back. Let's see if these things are kosher or not, okay?
How about yogurt?
So yogurts are not going to be kosher over here. The yogurt, the first problem is you need to know the source of the milk. Okay. We don't. Okay. Second of all, it's the source of the bacteria that they use to make it. So we make our own yogurts. Okay? But we have not found kosher yogurts. There is one kosher yogurt. Butter. All butter is kosher.
Okay.
Okay, all butter is kosher everywhere in the world. Okay? But go around, look for
Cheese?
things. Cheeses
How about
are not kosher here.
Cheese is not kosher.
No, cheese you won't be able to find kosher cheeses here. I'll just make it easy for you. I've looked everywhere. Can't make kosher cheeses in Africa. Like there's in Tanzania, there's one store that sells, and they bring them from South Africa. Okay? Yeah.
Cheeseburgers, pizzas.
Then you
Huh?
Pizzas, cheeseburgers. The pizzas. Yes, pizzas, cheeseburgers that are sold around. They're not kosher.
Pizzas are not kosher. Cheeseburgers are never kosher.
Chicken, you see, it's different from the those ones in the bottle.
Right.